A VPN, short for Virtual Private Network, is a privacy protection tool that is quickly becoming a must-have. But why do you need a VPN, and how does it work in the first place? A VPN helps your data travel through the internet safely, without big companies or cybercriminals being able to spy on your online activities. Also, a VPN swaps the real location of your device with a new one. This way, you can virtually travel to any country around the globe. So, who can benefit from a VPN? If you're worried about your online privacy, a VPN makes sure your identity and private information are not exposed when you go online. If digital security is your top priority, a VPN gives a nice additional layer of security. It encrypts your data so nobody could see what you send and receive. If you are a human rights activist whose freedom of speech is restricted, a VPN helps you to bypass censorship and speak to the world. Or, if you're on holiday in another country, with a VPN, you can bring your home entertainment anywhere you go. Here's a pro tip: check out Surfshark VPN. It has everything you need in a premium VPN, awesome speeds, and industry-leading protection that covers all of your devices. All you have to do is click connect. Secure your digital life and enjoy everything good that the internet has to offer with a VPN you can trust.
Click link in the description and get 81% discount for your first order. Preparing your canvas and gathering supplies. Check the mounting hardware on the canvas. Check the quality of the frame and wire on the back of the canvas by holding the canvas by the wire and lifting it up and down a few times as if lifting weights. If you don't hear any creaking or feel any give to the wire, it should be secure to hang. Add mounting hardware and wire to the canvas if necessary. If your canvas doesn't come with hanging wire, or if you need to replace it, you can do so by attaching 2 D-rings with screws to both sides of the back of the canvas. With a ruler, measure 1/3-1/4 down the back of the canvas from its top and make a mark in pencil. Use the exact same measurement on both sides. Attach the D-rings with screws at the pencil marks. Measure your wire across the width of the canvas and cut it so that it is 8 to 10 inches 20 to 25 cm longer than the D-rings on both sides. You need it longer to have enough wire for twisting. Twist the wire around each D-ring and underneath itself several times so that it is knotted and secure. Clip any excess wire. Use a wire gauge that can withstand the weight of your canvas. Most picture wire packaging will display how much weight the wire can hold, but ask a hardware store employee if you are unsure. Obtain picture mounting hardware for the wall. Painting hooks are available at most hardware stores, and they come in 10 pounds 4.5 kg up through 75 pounds 34 kg varieties. You can double them up for heavier canvases. Fluorite hangers are a popular brand because the nails are tempered. They go in at the appropriate 30-degree angle and are relatively easy to remove in case of error. Obtain drywall anchors if necessary. For pieces over 120 pounds 54 kg, you will want to install drywall anchors at your hanging point. The best type to use are expanding metal screws that are driven into the wall with a hammer and then screwed in to create a flange behind the drywall. Follow all directions carefully on the packaging when installing drywall anchors. For hanging a canvas on other wall materials such as brick or concrete, you will need to use mortar or concrete anchors. Measuring the placement for your canvas, measure the height of your canvas and divide that number by 2. This will give you the halfway height, or midpoint, of your canvas, which is important in determining how high up on the wall your canvas should go. Use a tape measure to measure the height, divide by 2 and write this number down. Add the halfway height number to your ideal height. Your ideal height is how high on the wall you want the center of your canvas to be. Most galleries place the center of a canvas at average eye level or 58 to 60 inches 150 to 150 cm from the floor. If you are hanging the canvas above furniture, it still looks best with the center at this height. You will just want to leave 8 to 12 inches 20 to 30 cm between the bottom of the canvas and the top of the furniture. This works for most pieces except especially tall ones. Try holding the piece with the center at 58 to 60 inches 150 to 150 cm from the floor, and if the canvas bottom is closer than 8 inches 20 cm to the top of your couch or table, etc., you may want to find a different space for the canvas. For instance, if the halfway height of your canvas is 10 inches 25 cm and your ideal height is 60 inches 150 cm from the floor, the number you'll write down is 70 inches 180 cm. Subtract the distance between the top of the artwork and the highest point of the picture wire. Measure the distance between the top of your canvas and the highest point in the wire on the back, if it is stretched up to its highest point. Subtract this number from the number in the previous step. This will give you the distance from the floor that you will mark your hanging point. For instance, using the same size canvas as the previous example, if the distance between the top of the canvas and the highest point on the picture wire is 8 inches 20 cm, you'll subtract 8 inches 20 cm from 70 inches 180 cm. This point, 62 inches 160 cm from the floor, is where your mounting hook will go into the wall. Mark where you will place your hook on the wall with pencil. Measure from the floor the number that you got in the last step. This is where your hooks will hang on the wall. Hanging and leveling your canvas. Hammer your hooks into the wall. A single hook or nail will go directly onto the point that you marked on the wall. For heavier pieces, or if you want to be extra sure that your canvas will not shift with vibrations, use two hooks spaced 4 to 5 inches 10 to 13 cm from each other. From the central point, measure 2.5 inches 6.4 cm to the left and 2.5 inches 6.4 cm to the right, and mark two new spots to hammer in two hooks. To be sure that multiple hook points are the exact same height, measure the distance from them to the floor and adjust if needed before hammering the hooks into place. Place your canvas on the hooks. Carefully set the wire onto the hooks attached to the wall. Adjust the canvas to look as straight and level as you can from where you are standing. Use a level to check that the canvas is straight. Gently place a level at the top of your canvas. If the bubble in the tube is in the center of the two lines, then your canvas is level. If the bubble slides more to one side or the other, your picture is slanted. Adjust the canvas as needed until the bubble falls in the center of the levels tube,